Oh, hey, welcome. We have a podcast. You should listen to it. Let us entertain you.
Yeah, we're gonna entertain you like this.
That's a little too much energy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we're not doing accordion. We're gonna be nice and calm. I'm really bad at this. But
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Woo!
Hello, welcome to Frogs and Grog, the
Let's
podcast.
go. Podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast. Frogcast.
Frogcast? It's the
Frogs and
Frogcast.
Grogcast.
All right. Well, today we will be doing clickhole quizzes.
Woohoo!
Yay!
We're doing a clickhole quiz because we click the holes.
Yep. We click many holes.
If you've never done this before, go check it out because it's actually really funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
The one that we are starting with today is going to be, how many of these rookie mistakes did you make while giving birth the first time? Just so you know, Clickhole is a normal quiz website. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just normal.
Very
right?
much normal.
Yeah.
So
it says, check off all the rookie mistakes you made while giving birth for the first time. Okay. First one. Freaking out because you assumed the baby would come out fully grown.
I did that.
Yeah.
I did that.
I for sure have done that.
Okay. Number 2, it says pulling instead of pushing.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Easy to do. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
3, showing up to the hospital in full hockey gear. Now, I did this one because I really thought that we were just gonna be playing hockey.
Yeah, with the baby.
As soon as it came out fully grown, obviously.
Right. I came out in football gear actually, so I didn't make that mistake, but a similar one.
Gotcha.
Number 4 is yelling encouraging things to your thingamajiggy. your in German under the false assumption that it speaks German.
Yeah. We both have some background in German speaking.
Yeah, we took
so
German.
obviously, giving birth to the wrong baby. Now, I haven't had this problem, so I'm not gonna click it. But have you had this problem?
Yeah.
Okay. You had the wrong baby.
Hey, if you've made any of these mistakes when you were giving birth, comment.
Yeah, comment down.
Comment or send us a message and be like, "Yo, I did this."
Yeah,
I want to hear really embarrassing pregnancy, the birth stories. Never mind. Maybe I don't want to hear that. Okay.
Continuing to give birth to more babies after doing the first one.
Okay, that's a pretty common one actually that a lot of people make,
especially like twins, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even just like with time apart, like if you have more than one child. You made this mistake, man.
No, that's
I actually didn't make
fair.
that mistake, fortunately.
Yeah,
all this happened in the same pregnancy, so.
7, thinking the placenta was the baby and vice versa.
Yeah, no, when the placenta came out, I was like, oh my gosh, the baby's like mangled, it's dead.
Yeah, the baby was definitely ugly.
It was
but then the placenta came out and I was like, oh. So I was it was rough.
Number 8 was spending longer than 12 minutes in labor, and yeah, that's a pretty common one as well. Fortunately for me, it was only like 13 or 14 minutes, so it wasn't too much longer than 12 minutes, but it still passed the threshold.
I think I was like 70 minutes whenever I gave birth.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Giving birth to an orphan. Now this one's actually a real possibility.
Yeah, currently they're not an orphan, but they may be later. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. They're not now.
I think we're not gonna click that one because they're not currently.
Asking the doctor if it was normal for babies to come out of your body.
Yeah, I thought the stork thing was a thing. So
yeah. I was surprised to find out.
I thought, anyway.
But this wasn't whenever I was pregnant. This was way before, or giving birth.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair to click that one.
Right. Number 11 is not using your inside voice. I was actually very quiet during the birthing procedure. I was just like, hey guys, can I get a drink of water really quick?
Oh, the baby's here.
Oh my god, it's so ugly. I mean, I love it. Yeah.
I mean, the baby's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna click that one.
I'm not gonna click that one either.
Playing the umbilical cord like an upright bass. Now, I don't know why this is a mistake because
Dude,
it
it's
was
actually
awesome.
super cool. Like, dude, that's not a mistake. I agree that I did that. Me and my partner both did it. We're just
Together.
you know,
Easy.
easy.
Giving birth to a huge mess of crickets and acting like that was the plan all along. I didn't,
Okay, wait.
because as
What?
you'll hear from our previous podcasts with the Monster Manual, not into bugs.
Uh-huh.
Nope, that's a no-go.
Yeah, breaking character for a minute. Like, what the fuck? That's so fucking nasty. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do that one. Okay. Number 14, forgetting to do the arms. I don't know what that means, so I probably did forget.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I did as well.
I probably forgot. Number 15 is accidentally giving birth to a ghost that then proceeds to scare everyone in the hospital.
Common mistake. You actually have to push out the body. You can't just push out the soul.
Right. You got to do them both at the same time. Fortunately, we're not casuals. We've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, or not done that. We did our research. So,
letting a little fart squeak out, bringing great shame upon yourself. That's pretty much the same as a ghost.
That's pretty much the same as a ghost, just out the other hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna click that one.
Taking a break after only the bottom half of the baby has come out to go hang with friends. I think the only thing that'll be hanging is your baby halfway out of you. Holy! Yeah, oh my gosh!
I mean, it could be kind of cool because you could just let the baby do all the walking. But I don't know. I've never done that.
I didn't do that one, so no, we did not click that one.
Forgetting to love. Oh my god! I forgot to love the baby.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot.
Oh my gosh! I forgot. Oh my gosh!
This next one I'm just gonna skip.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that one. Doing it on stage during a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert.
I haven't had enough money to go to one of those concerts
so
to
we
do
didn't,
it.
We didn't
haven't made it to one of those.
Nope. Giving birth to a lamp that doesn't even work.
I mean, kinda. That's all kids, basically.
Yeah, the lights aren't on upstairs. Like,
yeah.
I mean, normally the phrase is the lights are on but nobody's home, but in this case the lights aren't even on. Like, they're just like not even like somewhat sentient. There's just a baby.
Experiencing pain. I forgot. I totally made that mistake.
Dude, I actually went through it flawlessly. I just kind of like sat there. It kind of like felt like taking a massive dump, and it felt really nice, actually. It was really good. So
you lost a lot of weight
exactly
on that day.
Exactly, dude.
Getting impatient and giving birth an hour after conception.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna turn out too well for you. It is a very rookie mistake.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna work, really. I've never made that mistake.
Number 24 is launching the kid like 200 fucking yards.
Yeah. Also can happen.
Yeah, I'm not a cannon, but sounds like a fun time. I guess
it's like just the pressure building up inside you, and then
yeah,
and then it launches. It's like an air cannon.
Number 25, the last one, is giving birth to a really crappy baby. I didn't do that, but my parents did.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm a pretty crappy person.
Yeah, same.
So we can click that one.
Yep.
For our parents. All right, let's see our results.
Show results. You checked 17 out of 25 on this list.
Yikes, looks like you made quite a few mistakes the first time you gave birth. It clearly seems like you thought it was going to be just as easy as taking a piss, when in reality it's nearly twice as hard. Approaching childbirth with such arrogance is the reason why so many babies turn out to be whiny assholes who just shit and cry all the time. How well you give birth really sets the tone for their entire infancy. You definitely need to get your shit together before you try giving birth again, because your babies deserve better. I agree. My non-existent children deserve better.
Yeah, my ghost baby and fart, they deserve better.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find another clickhole quiz.
Oh, you know what? Does your bus driver think of you as their protege? Hold up. Let's do that one.
Ooh. Hold up. It's not working.
Oh,
okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so to set the tone for this one, both of us had the same school bus driver. And we were actually in an accident whenever the school bus driver hit a concrete road barrier. So, Maybe we were his proteges and he was thinking of us too much.
Because he's also a driving instructor.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's actually like kind
So
of
we
perfect.
were probably his proteges, and he was just thinking that we're so good at driving.
He had to take us out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, first question. When you get on the bus in the morning to go to school, how does your bus driver greet you?
I'll read the options
Okay.
for this one. Okay. As I get on the bus, the driver begins slowly clapping his hands the way a football coach claps right before kickoff, cracks his fingers, neck and back, and says, "Hope you're carved, or hope you carved up." Number 2 is when I get on the bus in the morning, no matter what I'm wearing, the bus driver looks me up and down in total disbelief and says, "You gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit. Absolutely no goddamn chance." Or number 3, every time I walk past the bus driver in the morning, he shows me a page in his notebook that's labeled "Today's Notes" and cheerily says, "I'm ready to learn."
So for me personally, I think it was the second one where he says, "You got to be fucking kidding me with this shit." Absolutely no goddamn chance.
Yeah, I think that's about what it was.
Yeah, and I think he was giving us feedback as his protege. He's like, "Nope, not in that outfit.
Yeah,
nope, you can't be coming to school like that.
Yep.
You got an appearance."
Right.
Once you get on the bus, where do you usually sit?
All right, first option. The bus driver rigged up a seat for me that he calls the co-pilot's saddle, right next to his seat. And that's where I have to sit. It's one of those beige chairs that old people like to sit on in the shower, tied down with the seatbelt that he removed from his own driver's seat. And it's a setup that he's constantly saying he wishes he had when he was coming up. Number 2 is I usually try to sit down with my friends near the back, but when the bus driver sees where I'm heading, he lays on his horn until he has my attention. Then he insists that I stand in the aisle for the whole ride so I can at least attempt to get a fucking feel for the road. Okay. Number 3 is I usually sit with my friends in the middle of the bus, and the bus driver always comes and sits next to us. After a while of him just quietly sitting there, I tell him that he should probably go drive the bus. And after he writes that down in his notepad, we finally get on our way. I feel like he was a number 3 kind of guy.
Yeah, he was for sure a number
3 kind of guy.
For sure.
Oh my gosh.
I'll read the
sweet.
answers for this one.
What does your bus driver listen to on the radio during the ride?
1. The bus driver doesn't listen to music or anything, but throughout the ride, you can hear all of his bus driver friends calling him on the CB radio, saying stuff like, "Is your prodigy on the bus yet? Let us know when the promised one is on the bus. Is today the day you let your young gun drive the bus?" Or, "Let Butt Gretzky try driving the bus through the woods. It's nearly impossible." To which the driver always proudly responds, "When the kid is ready, you'll know." Number 2.
Definitely not that one.
There's no music, but you could hear the bus driver on his CB radio during the ride talking to his other bus driver friends saying stuff like, "You should see the buck-toothed weirdos standing in the aisle right now, bumping into all the other kids like an unbalanced dipshit every time I turn the bus," all before looking at me through the rear view mirror and shaking his head. 3. I wore a Wicked t-shirt on the first day of school, and every day since, the bus driver has blasted the Wicked soundtrack nonstop on the bus, and it fucking sucks.
It's probably number 2. He's such a number 2, dude.
Yeah.
I hated that bus driver.
Yeah, that bus driver was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Bus drivers can sometimes struggle to get a bus full of riled up kids to behave during the ride. When your bus driver wants to get the kids to quiet down, how do they do it?
Well, for ours, it was he hit a cement barrier.
Yeah.
So 1, whenever things get too rowdy on the bus, the driver will drive us to the mall parking lot, put it in park, turn to me and say, "The floor is yours," which means I have to pick one student on the bus to get out and find their own way to school from there. The bus driver says this exercise is intended to both strike fear into the hearts of kids and teach me that 99% of driving a bus is deciding who will live and who will die. That one's already getting pretty close to home. Number 2, whenever the bus gets too loud, even when it's clear that I'm not the one making too much noise, the bus driver will pull over and make me Windex down the long, flimsy yellow sticks that extend from the front of the school bus every time it stops. When I finish, I get back on the bus, and the noise level is never addressed.
What?
3, the bus driver turns defying gravity all the way up and looks at me for approval, which I do not give him.
It's number 1 or number 3, honestly.
I think it's number 1.
I think it's probably closer to number 1 there because he's good. He
decides who lives
decided
and
who lived
die.
and died that day, and I guess all of us lived. So I don't know.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think he wanted to kill some of us because some of them were kind of annoying.
That's true.
Okay, you can. I'll read these next couple ones.
Right. After you thank the bus driver for the ride when you're getting dropped off at school, how do they respond?
Number 1. The bus driver always responds by reminding me that the people in the building can't tell me shit. Then he gives me a couple of YouTube videos to look up on my phone during class, like massive buses, impossible turns, best of 2006 to 2010, or how to remove bus engine if you want to put it somewhere else for a while. And says he'll quiz me on them later. Number 2. The bus driver will make some weird aggressive remark like, better focus up in there because there's no future for you out here. And then slaps his steering wheel a couple times. That sounds kind of like him. Number 3, he's also a math teacher too. So,
yeah.
But he just sat behind his desk at his computer all day and didn't care. And it kind of looked like he was just watching porn or something all day. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's weird. Number 3, the bus driver will usually ask me what I think he should do all day until he has to drive the bus again later. And I always tell him that I am a child and I have no idea what adults during the day, so I can't really help him there. Seems like the guy needs some direction.
That one kind of sounds like
him. That one kind of sounds like him too. It's either number 3 or... You know what? I think he's kind of clueless, so let's go with number 3.
Yeah, I think number 3 is
number 3 one.
Let's see. I'll read
more
these
questions.
ones.
Okay. Do you ever have any interactions with your bus driver during the school day?
A few times a week. I'll be called down to the principal's office to find my bus driver in there giving the principal a new pitch on why I should be allowed to sub one of my academic classes for personalized bus instruction. Whether he's explaining that gym class is useless for me because I'm driving a bus works out muscles you never knew you had, or that science is a waste of time because the laws of physics are completely different on a bus. The principal always brings me in to tell the both of us that this idea will never happen.
This is not him. This is not him.
Number 2. The bus driver once tried taunting me by tapping on the outside of my classroom window and holding up a shitty little sign that said, "Bus drivers are born, not made." And he tapped too hard and got the whole class's attention. By the time the teacher walked over to the window to see what was going on, he'd already ran off. And number 3, my bus driver volunteers as one of those weird lunchtime chaperones that isn't a teacher. And by the time I see him in the cafeteria in the afternoon, he's changed into basically the same clothes that he saw me wearing that morning.
What the fuck?
He always gives off vibe like he wants me to invite him over to my table to eat with me and my friends, which I'd never ever do because he's an adult man bus driver.
Number 3, dude.
Number 3.
Oh my gosh, he gave
100%.
off such number 3 vibes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll read these ones.
Okay, when you get on the bus after school, how long does your bus driver greet you?
Number 1, the bus driver is usually all amped up in the afternoons because more times than not, he has a few of his bus driver buddies on board, both so he can introduce them to me, or he can introduce me to them for networking purposes, and so he can brag about my potential to his friends. He makes me shake their hands and then says shit like, "Look at the paws on this kid. You can already tell this is a massive fucking bus driver in the making." Or kids' bus instincts are insane. He called that a kid was gonna yak from the motion sickness yesterday, 5 minutes before it happened. Number 2. The bus driver will usually jump right back into his strange bus elitisms, taunting by saying something like, "See this rearview mirror? It's the size of a fucking skateboard, and you don't have what it takes to earn one." Number 3. The bus driver always greets me in the afternoon by spending a good 5 minutes telling me all the ways he applied what I taught him throughout the day, which is all goddamn nonsense. I have no choice but to stand up there in front of everyone and jam the whole line, and it sucks so bad. I think he gives like number 2 vibes on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Just bus elitism.
Yeah, he just doesn't like people.
Okay, this is the last one. And lastly, list 3 nicknames that your bus driver has called you in the past.
Number 1, Bus Bobby Fischer, the heir to the dinner table size windshield, the prince of the brown seat. No, none of those.
Number 2, the hack, the enemy of the yellow, jail bus material. Maybe that one.
Maybe that one. Number 3, the commander in bus, alpha of the tiny bus staircase, or Yahweh.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3.
I think it's probably Alpha of the tiny bus staircase. That sounds like something
Yeah.
he'd say.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, let's see what it says. Your bus driver seems to think that he is your protege and desperately wants you to show him the ropes of driving a bus. Your bus driver 100% got it in his head that he is the protege and you're his mentor. There's no way of knowing how it happened, but there's really no doubt that this is the situation you're dealing with. Just a brutal hand you've been dealt here. Maybe try getting your mom to drive you to school so you don't have to be around him as much. Might be worth a shot.
That's a good idea.
That kind
I
of
f-
sounds like something he needed. He needed more
Yeah,
training.
he needed more
He really
training.
needed more training.
Hit all the cement barriers. I think that wasn't
Yeah.
even his first bus crash.
Yeah,
so-
I think he had 3 total over his career before they fired him.
yeah, that's an oof.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do one more, and I
Yeah.
think we can call it a day there.
Okay, let's go to the last page of
Let's go to the
Clickhole.
last page of Clickhole.
How many of these Friends episodes have you seen?
Is your dad proud of you? That's
Is
a
your
great
dad
one.
proud of you?
Okay.
Father's Day is coming up, and it's time to honor the men who taught us everything we know about life. But do you know if your dad is really proud of you? Take this quiz to find out. How many home runs have you hit in your life?
0.
0.
Boom.
What is your longest hitting streak?
0.
0.
Wait, why are these all baseball?
What is your batting average?
0.
0. How many baseball games have you played in? 0. What's your favorite position to play?
Are you kidding?
Let's see.
When we played it in school, I was probably just like third base because no one ever got over there.
Yeah, I think I was.
That's
about
the only
the
option.
same.
Oh man.
Were you in the National League of Rookies in the year 1963?
No.
Let's get the results.
Yikes. Wow, your dad isn't proud of you at all. He would probably never say this to your face, but you let him down every day. Earning your dad's approval is going to be tough, but stringing together a couple seasons with at least 200 hits and maybe winning 2 or 3 batting titles would be a good way to start. It's the least you can do for the man who has worked so hard to give you so much. So what you're saying is, I got to start playing baseball. All right.
Apparently.
Oh my gosh. I think we can do one more.
That one was really short.
If I ordered fries, would you have it?
Let's do that one.
Okay. If I order fries, would you have any?
Everything on the menu looks pretty good. The food sometimes takes a while though, so it probably wouldn't hurt getting something now to hold us over. What about some fries? Take this quiz to decide. Okay. Looks like fries are $2.99. What if I got a plate of those and we could split it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think maybe is a good answer for that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, I probably wouldn't eat them all, but would you help me out if I ordered a small?
So the options are: I could go maybe for a few. I don't know. I'm not super hungry, but are you definitely going to get some? I think it's the bottom one.
I think it's the bottom one. Yeah.
Not super hungry.
Because it's like,
are
okay,
you gonna get some?
I'm not gonna force you to get some, but if you get some, I will eat them.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on. It's only 60 cents extra to make them parm fries. So I don't know if that changes your mind.
The options are or I'm good either way, or that might work. I think I would probably go with I'm good either way.
Yeah, it's definitely more.
Number 4 is look at how many that table got. Think that's how many we'd get.
The options are probably about that much, or they do look pretty good, or do we want that much?
I think I'd go with the first one probably.
Yeah, probably about that much.
Yeah, probably about that much. Yeah. Number 5 is, do you like jalapeno poppers? They're on here too.
I would say yeah. I'd love to get those.
Yeah,
things.
I'd love to get those things.
There's also they are or nah.
But yeah, I like jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, jalapenos, yum.
Cool.
Hold on, Sarah's running late. Should we text her to see if she wants us to order for her?
I'd probably say she can order when. Oh, sorry. Options are sure, or should I text her, or do you want to, or she can order when she gets here. Actually, it's probably the middle one. Should I text her, or do you want to?
Yeah,
that's probably what would end up happening.
How did things go on Wednesday? Or how did your thing go on Wednesday? Go, by the way. My brain.
The options are, it was good. It went pretty good. Or it was all right. Not as bad as it could have been. Or it was great. Haha. It's probably the middle one. It was all right, not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
That's about how life goes, you know.
Just so you guys know, reading clickhole quizzes and like just anything clickhole is very difficult because there's no grammar.
There's no
and
grammar.
almost everything. So
Yeah.
reading
Yeah.
stuff is like, oh.
Yeah. Number 8 is, so where did we land on that fries thing? You still interested in some of those, or
Options, still not sure. Or I'm up for whatever. I think I would do the bottom one.
probably
I'm
I'm
up
up
for whatever.
for whatever. Yeah. Number 9 is, well, I'm just gonna order them, and if you want to poach, that's fine. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sure and
Sure.
sounds good are the
Probably
options.
sure, actually.
Probably sure.
Sure. Let's
Get
get
the
results.
Yep. If I ordered fries, would you have any? Yep.
Yep.
Great. Now for my main course. Let's see. Ooh, the quesadilla looks good. Don't know if I'd want a whole one
Oh
though.
my gosh, dude, that was so confusing. I guess we just ordered some fries, guys.
Yep, I guess we did.
Wow.
And it
well,
seems like we would take fries if somebody ordered them.
Yep. There we go. I highly recommend checking out these clickhole quizzes. They're actually really funny.
Yeah, we might do another clickhole episode. I don't know.
That was pretty
Tell
cool.
us if you
yeah,
like it.
if you like it, let us know, because it was pretty funny.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought that we were not on the last page, but we were. It's fine. This
Yeah.
website is just a little confusing with how it is.
Just a little bit, but yeah, no, those were actually really interesting. I think my favorite one was the bus driver for sure.
Yeah.
I think that one was really good.
That one was funny.
That was really good. Yeah, highly
you can also
recommend-
check like news on clickhole, which is interesting. Like this top news article. Not a
Yeah.
great sign. Duolingo just added a language called Space Termite and is only teaching words for expressing submission and obedience.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just fun. It's
Clickhole is
misinformation.
It's a whole. Don't ever take any of this as real.
Yeah,
This is all just.
please do
This
not.
is all just sarcasm. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so many.
It's definitely
weird-
interesting though.
It's
so
definitely interesting, and I think it's really funny. And they got like a trending lifestyle section that I actually pointed out earlier. Is really funny. It said 5 times. Scroll down a little bit. 5 times I was mouthing off in church and got my ass damn near beat. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yep.
Oh, I guess there it is.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out.
Anyways,
and thanks for listening.
yeah, thank you for listening to Frogs and Grog, and
Woohoo!
we will see you guys in our next episode. Thank you. Leaving so soon. Hope we see you next time.